unexpected flooding on Sunday and Monday got us wondering about the Waller Creek Flood Control Project.
The tunnel is said to be the solution to some downtown flood problems, but parts of the project came to a screeching halt when it started blocking protected views of the state capitol. KXAN's Leslie Rangel is live near 7th and Red River with an update. Leslie?
Shannon, it's been nearly 6 months since we've had heavy rains like what's predicted for this weekend, and that's a long time for trees to grow, which could mean possible debris. Now, the fear right now is that debris could clog up the entrance to the Waller Creek Tunnel and cause flooding. But they've got crews working 24/7 to make sure that does not happen.
We'll be looking very closely at the areas surrounding Waterloo Park, specifically 12th Street, Red River, Trinity, and 15th Street. And we'll also be looking at certain low areas that are prone to flooding in the downtown district, like 8th Street, 9th Street, and those areas.
With heavy rain expected this weekend, crews will be closely monitoring Waller Creek and especially the intake facility to the tunnel near 12th and Red River.
What happens is there are bar screens that are protecting the tunnel from the debris from entering the tunnel, and those bar screens can get clogged. So when the bar screens get clogged, the water can back up, and you could have some street flooding because of that.
The Waller Creek Tunnel is designed to reduce flooding through the downtown corridor, but parts of it remain under construction, including the system for removing debris from the intake facility.
So the bar screens are there, but there are devices that can be lowered into it and remove the debris that essentially unclogs the screens, and that system is currently under construction.
Crews have been busy clearing out the areas upstream of the tunnel in hopes that when rain does start, the creek and intake facility does its job.
We've gone in and we have drained the pond, the inlet pond, we've removed the debris, we've cleaned the bar screens. We've done everything we can do to keep the system ready to experience a rain event, if you will. So everything that needs to be done has been done.
Now, we asked when that system for cleaning out debris would be completed with construction. We were told by the end of this year, possibly early next year. And again, they do have crews working 24/7 to make sure there is no threat. For now, we're live in downtown Austin. Leslie Rangel, KXAN News.
Leslie, thank you. And city and county leaders from across Central Texas are planning for the severe weather. The Austin Homeland Security and Emergency Management team is planning to meet at the Emergency Operations Center at 6 p.m. on Sunday. They plan to stay open through Monday night. The LCRA also plans to alert leaders about any floodgate operations, and both Hayes and Williamson County leaders say they have crews ready to bring in if we do start to see any flooding.
And a volunteer group is preparing for possible rescues this weekend. The nonprofit Texas Search and Rescue, or TexSAR, has 5 boats ready here in Central Texas right now. That's 2 more boats than the organization had last year during the deadly Memorial Day weekend flooding. TexSAR helped with rescues that weekend and with searches afterward. Sean Holtzweiler remembers helping in Martindale last May.
Water was still rising, so there was definitely times that we thought we were going to lose our own vehicles and stuff that were pulling the boats as the water kept rising as we were out in the boats and doing the evacuations and rescues.
We found TexSAR boats were tied up on the coast last May when the flood struck Central Texas. Tonight at 10 o'clock, KXAN investigator Kevin Schwaller brings us the story of their rescues then and journey to Wimberley.
Several agencies are looking at changes following last year's floods.
Today, the FAA told us it's making some improvements on the traffic control tower at Austin's airport. In October, historic flooding damaged the radar room at the bottom of the tower. It forced the airport to drop flights and only operate at 40% capacity. Today, an FAA spokesperson told us they've made some landscaping changes to reroute the rainfall. They're also studying more substantial improvements like building a flood wall around the tower, but they say that is still in the early stages.
And the potential for severe weather this weekend has already prompted some delays and cancellations. Organizers have already canceled the last day of the BPMS 150. For a full list of the changes, just head to KXAN.com. And remember, you can get the latest weather alerts in your area at your fingertips. Just download the KXAN First Warning Weather app.